Hello everybody, my name is Spencer and today we're going to be exploring LawToolBox inside of Practice Panther. So as you can see, we have our Practice Panther loaded up here. We're going to go ahead and log in, and this will bring us to our dashboard inside of Practice Panther. On the upper right hand corner, you'll notice we have our account. Go ahead and click on your account and click Settings. Under Settings, LawToolBox will live down under Integrations and under your Court Rules. If you haven't already activated your LawToolBox subscription, it will look a little bit different. So let's take a look at what that will look like. It'll take you to this screen and have you sign up for LawToolBox. Once you fill out the necessary information here, you can select your plan and send the information over to LawToolBox, and we can activate your subscription. Once your subscription of LawToolBox has been activated, you should see a little active icon here, and you can now start setting your court rule sets. On the left side here, you can see select state. We're going to work out of California today, and you can now select all your rule sets for calendaring in your matters. This is a smart type ahead search, so I'll go ahead and type in civil litigation and say we work out of Fresno, California. Go ahead and select Fresno. I can add this rule set. You can also add as many as you need. So say we also work out of Los Angeles. If you have a rule set that you don't want anymore in your rule set list, you can scroll over here and click Remove. Once we have our rule sets set, we can now head over to our calendar to start calendaring deadlines. You should notice there's an extra button here at the top for Court Rule. Go ahead and click on this, and it'll prompt up the LawToolBox rules inside of Practice Panther. Go ahead and select your contact who is working the matter, your matter record, and now we can choose the rule set we will be working out of. Today we're going to be working out of California State Superior Court in Los Angeles. So next we're going to choose our trigger, and this is a smart type ahead search. We can type in date action commenced, and it will pop up and narrow down our search. So we first want to set our trigger date, or say it happened on Wednesday. When we click Get Deadlines, it's going to calculate all the deadlines from that date action commenced moving forward. You'll see all our deadlines here have our ruling authority at your fingertips, as well as a description of each deadline with their associated dates. You can select or deselect as many as you would like. As we scroll down, we can add individuals to these assignments. We can choose a color. We're going to choose purple today, and add any tags we would like. This is Spears versus Spears, so I'm going to go ahead and add this tag in, but you can add additional ones just by typing ahead and clicking enter. Or we can remove tags just by clicking the X here. We can also add reminders. These are global reminders for all deadlines that you see above here. So I'm going to add an email reminder, either days, hours, or minutes. We're going to choose 10 days in advance. And I would also like a text message 1 day in advance, as well as a pop-up reminder 10 minutes before due date. Once we've set our reminders, create events, and this will add all of our deadlines to our calendar inside of Practice Panther. All of our deadlines will exist in the week at the top of your day here, so it does not block out your calendar unless we would like it to. Let me show you what I mean. When we click on a deadline, we can go down to Edit, and we can edit the deadline depending on whether it had a start date or time. I'm going to go ahead and put this at 9 a.m. and say it was an appointment that went from 9 to 10 a.m. We can add a description. And here we can add reminders to this specific deadline. We can also add a location if we need to. We can select our contacts, add our tags, or attach any documents associated with it. Once we hit save down at the bottom here, you'll notice this deadline now has sectioned out the calendar at that time. Next, we're going to look at backwards looking deadlines. We can go back up to that court rule button here. Once again, we're going to set our contact, our matter, and choose the rule set that we're going to be working out of. A good backwards looking deadline would be, say, date of trial. As we all know, dates of trials can be out quite a ways. So we're going to scroll over into the future. We're going to set it for June 21st and click Get Deadlines. In the background, the system is reaching out to LawToolBox's database and calendaring all the deadlines leading up to the date of trial. As you can see, all of these deadlines starting in September, leading all the way up to the deadline of date of trial. Now, say we have already completed a few of these, deselect the ones that we've completed already. Again, add our tags, add any reminders that we need, and click Create Events. Once it's been added, you'll see a little pop-up here, Court Rule Events added successfully. And we can now scroll to that trigger that we just set, date of trial. Here's the trigger here, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it and click Edit. Once again, this may not be an all-day event, so I can click off the all-day, set it at a time. Say the trial starts at 11:30 a.m., goes until 3:30 p.m. You can add any description, say Courtroom B. I'm going to go ahead and add a reminder for this specific deadline. I'm going to have it text me 3 days in advance. I'm also going to add a location. Once we've added our location, we scroll down. We can choose any files that are related to this matter and click Save. Once again, this is going to section out your calendar for that time, as you can see here. And when all of this is synced with Outlook, it will push to your Outlook calendar for that time, as well as all of the all-day events at the top of your calendar. Next, we're going to look at reusable deadlines. First, you'd come back up to the Court Rule button here. Again, select your contact, your matter, and your rule set. And now when the trigger pop-down comes, all of our reusable deadlines are pre-appended with double asterisks. As you can see, all of these are reusable deadlines, which can be used multiple times during a matter. Multiple motions, multiple discoveries. We're going to stick with discoveries. We're going to choose date interrogatories, RFA, RFP served. You will notice there's a few additional drop-down options. The first option is how was legal paper served, either by hand, fax, express mail, overnight delivery electronically, mail within California, mail outside California but within US, or mail outside the US. You will also notice there are the plus court days here. This will determine plus days dependent on business days or court days. So say we did this electronically, we can click on electronic here and it'll add 2 plus court days to all deadlines moving forward. Say we serve them today here. You'll also notice there's a trigger name option here. This is to add any description to your discovery trigger. For example, served frogs 1 of 5. When I click on Get Deadlines here, that description is not only added to the triggering deadline, but also to all deadlines calendared off of this trigger. Next time you calendar, you can say served rogs 2 of 5 and determine how many discoveries have been served for this matter. Go down and we can click our options, add our tags, add any reminders we would like, and click Create Events. LawToolBox not only resides in your calendar in Practice Panther, but also in your matters. If you scroll down to your matter record, you'll notice there's a button up here that says New. If you click on this, the third option down says Court Rule. And it will be the same LawToolBox prompt that popped up as in your calendar. We're going to go ahead and schedule a trial date for this matter. So again, with the smart search, we can type in date of trial, choose our trigger date, and click our Get Deadlines. Once our deadlines have loaded, you'll notice again there's our ruling authority here at our fingertips. And we'll scroll down, choose our color, submit our tags, and add our reminders. Go ahead and click Create Events. And now all of these deadlines will be pushed to the matter record. Under the Activities tab here, you'll notice all of our deadlines have now arrived. It'll show you completed statuses and non-completed deadlines. Now let's say we calendared our date of trial incorrectly or it was pushed out. You can come to the top here in the Smart Search and look up date of trial. And under the date of trial, under Court Rule, you can go in here and change the trigger date that this was originally calendared from. Say the judge pushed it out about a week. We can go ahead and click on the 28th and click Get Deadlines. As we scroll down, you will notice at the bottom, you'll have a button that says Update Events. And this will update all the deadlines that were calendared based on that trigger. Now that the date of trial has been updated here in our activities, you can also have the option of going back to your court rule And in the event that you calendared this incorrectly, you can click on delete, and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to delete this court rule and all the deadlines associated with it? We can go ahead and click yes.